Hello, and welcome to another episode. I'm Zelmont, and this is my YouTube where I play Ark and talk about random stuff. Today's episode, we're going to be doing a bit of a rant into the story of how I got this little Griffin here for my wife. It should have been a simple tale. It should have been just a simple tale of this Griffin appeared 2 weeks ago above my wall. Finally, last night it became free for claiming, so I hopped on for when it was ready to claim and claimed it. And the story should be that simple. Like, legit. The story should just be how that, and that should be the end. But unfortunately, that is not the full breadth of this tale. What level is that fairy? Oh, it's just a little level. Let's go kill it. While we, just for safety reasons, I don't want to have to be concerned at all. It doesn't take nothing to do. But that should be the entirety of that tale. It's that simple. It appeared 2 weeks ago. Obviously, given it's right above my wall, I was obviously keeping an eye on it. I obviously knew the timer. I obviously was, I was obviously waiting. But when I hopped on last night, right before, when I hopped on last night for to claim it, when I hopped on, there was about 40 minutes left. I initially, when I hopped on and went and checked the timer to see like how long I had it, like I say, it was 40-ish minutes. I think it was like 42 or 44 minutes or something. I ended up seeing this buddy on a snow owl come around, just creep in my base, but whatever, Because I have buddy creep in my base, I initially go do my thylas, because with the live birth, it's harder for a person to like mess around, because I'm not using the incubator. I'm able to not have babies come out that I'm not planning on claiming and being right there to claim, right? So it's kind of a safer route when you have somebody sitting around. But I did that. Bred these ones first, and I went and tried to do stack another Melee mutation with my thylas. Buddy was come down. He was going around with the torch, but then he ended up going and landing on top of my greenhouse and was just sitting up there. So while he was up there, I decided I'd do my RGs and kept an eye on him. He stayed up there. I got my eggs. There was no problem there, other than him being a total creeper. He never said anything. After I did all of that, I went and checked the time. There was still about 20 minutes left on the timer. So I'm like, okay, I'll go get some supply drops. I'm needing. I really want a good flak blueprint and a good long neck blueprint still. So I go and start going and take my Griffin and go do some supply drops. I come back. There's about 10 minutes left, so I'm doing some unloading of my inventory. When it's about 5 minutes, I go up with my Griffin and I have my Griffin on follow, so that here I showed it to the wife. There's a reason that you do it. Right now, this Griffin is not following me. I go to hop off. Normally they land. Well, the dragons especially land, but I don't know. Griffin did. But yeah, you have it follow you, and you don't have to worry about it auto landing. If you don't have it following you, sometimes you do. And like I say, with the drakes will like one of your dragons, one of your wyverns will always land, unless you have it following. So I got in the habit of you have it follow you, and then it won't land, and you can hop off and be on its back. So I had my Griffin Kip over here, hovering literally right behind that one, literally the same position, only I was on top of it, looking at the new one, literally watching the timer, just waiting to press the triangle to claim. When it was at 5 minutes, When the timer got down to 4 minutes, Buddy finally decided to say something. He goes, "I've been waiting." And I respond, "Lol, so have I. Only it's literally my base, lol." Another person responded while I was typing that out. That sounds like a personal problem. Which, right? It's like, dude, like this is literally my base. You really think that with a 2 week with a 2 week long claim timer, you really think that I haven't been waiting for the timer on the Griffin sitting right above my own wall? Like, really? But anyways, that's not even the end of it. So he says that it doesn't say anything else. It's just not like any try and make a deal. Hey, I'll give you this. Nothing of that nature. Instead, at 30 seconds, because at this point, like when I come back, he had messed up. He'd gotten switched to an RG. He'd come back. He was gone, and come back with an RG. He tried on the RG. And at 30 seconds, he picked me. Only, like I say, I had my Griffin on auto on follow because, well, I didn't want it to land. I wanted to stay, and I'm in that. So him picking me, like, it totally didn't do him any good because, like, yeah, my Griffin can fly faster than your RG. I'm sorry, you're not gonna beat me. And so, like, I got back and I definitely won over the Griffin, but it's like, even if you had doing it that way, like you wouldn't have gotten yourself anything. Especially with me being somebody who does videos like this. Guess what? I have video evidence of him doing that. It's. I don't plan on releasing it because it's one of those. I get the heat of the moment, but like. You should have said something when you seen, like, right when I hopped on. Like, I ended up messaging the person directly, and I'm like, like, right when you seen me come on, you should have gone away. But if not, you should have said something right then and there. Maybe we could have made a deal, and you could have got. But as it was, like, no, I've been waiting for that timer too. I wanted this Griffin for my wife, and you know what? I got it. And as I think Warren's given, it's my base. This is my base. You're literally stalked my base for for at least a half hour over this Griffin. That, like, I don't know. I get wanting it. That's why I wanted it. Like, hey, I wanted it. But yeah, there's rules for a reason. And even if he had stolen it from me, from out from under my nose, it wouldn't have gone his way. Now, it's a different story if he was the rightful owner. But if he was the rightful owner, he wouldn't have been waiting for the claim timer. Like, that's my thought. Like. Beyond that, as far as I'm concerned, I have the claim on it. It's my base, and my base was here before the Griffin. Like, there was, yeah. So, mine. But yeah, what do you think? Do you think I'm off my rocker, or do you think, like, I've like, of course that Griffin is mine if the rightful owner didn't want it in the two, Of course I had a rightful claim to it, given the circumstances. But yeah, enjoyed today's episode. Enjoyed my little story. Don't forget to leave a like. Comment, let me know your thoughts. Share. Don't feel free to share. Until next time, thanks for watching.